all you gotta
I
say,
think
just Chris Sale.
exactly. Like I agree that I like our chances. Like Astros were pretty good against Pomeranz on the LDS. He was leaving a lot of his breaking balls over the plate. I remember we were kind of hammering him. So I like us tomorrow. Cole or Sale, like that's tough. Cole's been so good, but Chris Sale's been even better. I mean, not even better, but just as good.
Well,
I
Sale's
think,
coming off the worst start of his of the season. Maybe even well, his Indians appearances were bad last year, but he got thumped pretty good in his last outing, so that kind of gives me a little cause for concern. And he hasn't quite been his electric self. He's shown flashes of it, and overall, he has been very good, but not like not like
Yeah, not the big, like, 15 strikeouts every game. With even that 15 strikeout game, he had to keep up, those 2 home runs. So it's just like, okay,
right.
again, the solo shots. But I'm a big advocate in if you stink it up the game before and you're a good pitcher, you're going to come out and crush it the next game under the big lights, especially. I think
right.
Sale's going to do well because of that. I think one of these guys, either Verlander, Morton, or Cole, is due for a stinker, and I don't know who it's going to be. I hope it's all
I
three,
think it's
but it's
Cole.
definitely not
I
going to
think
be all
it's
three.
Cole.
You think it's Cole? So all right, so
Yeah,
give us the Sale Cole game, and we'll
yeah, I'll
break
give you
that off
guys
even.
that.
Hey, there you
So
go.
we'll
We got
do
one.
that one. So yeah, we'll give you Cole because I think Cole. It was the same kind of thing. Like Cole's obviously been amazing, but his last start was in Cleveland and it was kind of a rougher one. That was the famous Cole Trevor Bauer game. Those two absolutely despise each other. But
Yeah, we were talking about that
yeah.
last week
So anyway,
or
so
2 weeks ago.
we'll split the first two. Verlander Price is tough because I'm never going to bet against Verlander, but Price actually pitches the Astros really well, which is why I'm thinking Price. But I mean, like for example, Price came in relief. I think it was in Boston last year, and really pitched well against the Astros.
Yeah, he did.
In
He
that game
dominated at the
three, yeah,
bullpen.
he dominated. And then also, I went to the game last Father's Day, Sunday Night Baseball. He started in Minute Maid, and he pitched pretty dang well. But I think this could even be a game where Price gives up 2 runs and Verlander shuts him out, and like we have a 2-0 Astros game. So I'm gonna give us the edge there, even though I could see that one being the one where it flips. And then I'm way more confident in Sunday night's game than I am in the Verlander or the Cole starts. Like Morton's been unbelievable for us. Like even not last night, sorry, but Monday night. No, sorry, Tuesday night. When he pitched against the Yankees, gave up some runs early, but then still ended up striking out like 11 and was like really nasty
Yeah,
towards the end.
85
And
strikeouts in the year for that guy. He's been
yeah, I
doing
mean
well.
he's been doing real well. And then Porcello just never really. I mean, like even his 7-2 record's nice, but it just never scares me. I don't know why. I think I have like a little bit of a bias on Porcello because I have a bunch of cousins who are Tigers fans. So I've known him since his Detroit days, and he was really good, and then he kind of fell off. But he was also bad in Detroit for a long time. So yeah, I'm way more confident in the Sunday night game. Plus Morton kind of shows out for big games, and I think he'll be able to strike a few out and keep the Astros in the game. And I just at the end of the day, I trust the Astros way more to get hits off of Porcello than I do them to get hits off of Sale or Price. So I'm gonna be biased and pick 3-1 Astros, but I could easily see it going 2-2 on the Saturday game. But I'm gonna go with 3-1 Stros right now.
Well, I'm the negative Nancy then, but another thing about Price too is he hasn't. I don't know if he's gone over 100 pitches yet, and if he has, it must have only been once or twice because
They've been keeping him under at 100 or under, specifically, even in, like he got hit the other day, but he would have been out anyway because of the pitch count. And then he came out with like 90 something when he had his last good start, and they yanked him out when he could have went longer because of straight up pitch count.
and there have been some games though where he starts to lose it a little bit around the fifth inning. So I
Yeah,
guess
that's the difference right there because Verlander gets stronger as the game goes on. Like
Yeah, he really does.
it's ridiculous.
I think Verlander, and I'm biased because he's my favorite non-Red Sox player, but I think he's going to be the greatest pitcher of our generation. I mean, Kershaw's already
I love
falling
that.
off. Everybody thought he was going to be the greatest ever, but he's fallen
You think
apart.
Verlander over Scherzer?
Well, that's the debate now. It just depends because Verlander's 35. Scherzer, I think, is 33, 34. So it just depends on what kind of longevity Scherzer can
Yeah,
give
if
you.
Kershaw can get healthy, he'll be it hands down because when healthy, he is the best. But he
Yeah,
just can't stay healthy.
exactly. And I mean, if you asked me this question 2, 3 years ago, I mean, it's Kershaw all day, and Verlander
Oh yeah.
was going through some health issues of his own at that point. But I don't know. I mean, the World Series got won last year when the Astros made that deal. Because if he goes to the Cubs, I think that's a whole different team. I think they
Oh, for
perform
sure.
so much differently. And ask yourself this question: what if, say Verlander was available? Say he never went to the Astros last season, and he was available this free agency season. What scares you more, Stanton being on the Yankees or Verlander?
Verlander.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they can hit. They can't. They don't have to start pitching past Sevy.
Yeah, and their offense was robust anyway because they were one game away from the World Series without Stanton. So
Yeah.
he's just unbelievable, and who knows how long he's going to be able to pitch. I mean, he's finally. I mean, he's as healthy now as he was as a 28-year-old. So that's just crazy. And Garrett Cole, I mean, he's up against Sale. That game can go either way. But I mean, who thought he was gonna go to Houston and be a Cy Young candidate? I just thought he was gonna kind of blend in, to the middle of their rotation and just kind of.
Yeah, be a solid number 3.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think he was gonna be lights out, and here they are. I mean, Keuchel was asked by someone. I forget which reporter it was. The reporter asked. He goes, "Do you guys think you're gonna, have a hangover? Like a lot of other teams that do after winning a World Series?" And Keuchel says, "No, we're not the Cubs."
Yeah,
and
that was a good one.
That was a good one, yeah.
Exactly, and they're not the Cubs because look at the way they're pitching, and if their offense, as you guys were talking about earlier, can kind of, pick up a little bit, and the bullpen kind of smooths out. I mean, that's I fear the Astros more than I do the Yankees, believe it or not. And
I 100% agree. The Astros are the best team.
Yeah.
Besides, I think the Red Sox are better right now. I think that's kind of safe to say, and we'll definitely know at the end of this week because if the Red Sox get swept or lose 3 out of 4 bad, then it's going to go right to Houston. But just because of the lineup right now for the Red Sox and how good it's been, and the pitching's been solid, it's got to go to the Red Sox.
It's going to be, it's going to be a true test, and hopefully Sale and even Pomeranz. I mean, I know our expectations are extremely low, and they should be, but hopefully they'll go into this series, with a little bit of vengeance from last fall, and try to assert themselves, in ways that they couldn't back then. At least Sale. So
just show me a little grit. Show me a little life.
Exactly. So Issa, before we go, why don't you tell us about crawfishboxes.com?
Yeah, so Crawfish Boxes is the SB Nation affiliated site for the Houston Astros. We are a writing staff of about 7 or 8 guys that we just started out over there. So we were at AstrosInsider.com for about a year and a half, and we just started the Crawfish Boxes right after opening day, which is a little bit weird timing, but we're starting to kind of get our groove. To be honest with you, most of us, I don't want to say most, half of us are college students right now. I'm going into my senior year of college myself, and then we got a half of us that kind of carried over from the previous staff, and so we've been kind of in a transition phase, just trying to form a writing staff and write some articles. But these last 2 weeks, we've really kicked it in gear, writing a lot about this great rotation we have, some trade targets, some draft profiles. We have a guy who specializes in the minor leagues and writes a prospect report for us every day. We do a lot of great series previews, game recaps. We call them crawfish boils every day. We do kind of link dumps. We like to call them the Astros crawfish boil. And then we do also a lot of just, kind of analytical pieces every now and then about, we even did one about Hanley Ramirez, if we should go after him, which the conclusion was no. But we at least approached the topic. But yeah, we're kind of in a up and coming phase. We're excited about kind of where we're going, having our first really good week of views, and we have a lot of passionate commenters that I did not know about coming in, so that's been a little bit of a shock, but adjusting to that has been nice, and it's definitely a fun time to write about the Astros. But thank you guys very much for having me on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
man.
no problem, and maybe we can do it again because you guys are gonna, you guys will end up at Fenway at some point, so maybe we can.
Yeah, let's see when that is. That's got to be like second half of the year.
Probably, and even if it's after the deadline, even better, because
Yeah, exactly. We'll know what we have, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, thanks for coming on, and good luck. I'm not a homer. I gave it to you honestly. I think we're gonna get thumped here, but
I don't know about that. It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
sure. Alex Cora is gonna get his ring tomorrow.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
Might be the only one he ever gets too. So
I don't know about that.
I'm just kidding.
Man.
I hope not. But Girardi is available. So. Anyway, have a good night, Issa, and thanks again.
Yeah, you guys too. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, I guess I'm obviously a little more pessimistic than you are, David. But
I mean, I'm big when it comes to being a negative Nancy. I definitely am, but I think this Red Sox team is better than it was last year, and I think we're pitching better than last year. And I think that, and, I know that we had Pomeranz and Sale last year and how good Pomeranz was, but after that, it fell off big time. And because Price was hurt and he was coming out of the pen, we didn't have him in the starting rotation. We do now. He's pitching better. Erod's been pitching really well. He's not pitching the series, but you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, and that would give it a whole different dynamic because
100%.
He does rise to the occasion. And even though I don't think it's gonna go well, I don't. That's not gonna necessarily set my tone for, October because it's all about momentum and having things dialed in as we cruise into that month. But I just don't. I'm a little uncomfortable with things. I mean, if Sale struck out 12 in his last start and didn't look bad, and and then Pomeranz was a little more formidable. I mean, ideally, one of these guys will catch him off guard. Mookie will.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like these guys can't finish the year at the 1.2 ERA each. You know what I mean? They can't do that, and I think Sale bounces back and has a big game, and I think that Porcello has a good game as well. Pomeranz, I don't think he'll give up 7, but he's not going to be great. And that just leaves David Price. And if David Price wants to come out and pitch like a $31 million pitcher, we could take 2 out of 2, split the series, and I'd be happy with the split. Do I think we'll win 3? No, but I don't think Houston's going to come out and thump us in 4 or beat us in 3 bad either.
Yeah, hopefully not, but it's going to be an interesting series one way or the other.
Oh, for sure. And when we get swept in 4, just delete the tape, and I never said anything.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes, but anyway, I guess we'll wrap on that. So for the next few days, we'll just kind of take it all in, and who do we have after them?
Who was it? It was the Detroit, I think.
Oh, Detroit. Okay. Well,
yeah.
That'll be
because
nice.
I read Erod pitching. Yeah. So after that, we have Detroit, and we have Erod, Pomeranz, and Sale.
Yeah. Okay. So
and we don't have to see Michael Fulmer either. So it's kind of great.
Yeah, it'll be a good recovery series if things don't in fact go well.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. Well, all right, David. Have a good night, and we'll get this up, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good one.
Have a good night. Well, that'll wrap up episode 50, which is hard to believe it's already been 50. Jump the gun there. Theme song. I've just been a little out of whack this episode. I'm not going to lie. I'm not, in my, I'm not home.